You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Nyamjargal Tumendemberel takes on Hyunsung Park to open up the card this Saturday at UFC 312 in Sydney. And this is a good fight to open up the card. Both these guys are really good. Decent records on both of them. Park's 9-0. Tumendemberel 8-1. First loss was his last fight against Carlos Hernandez, which was his UFC debut, coming off of road to the UFC. I picked him to beat Carlos Hernandez, lost by split decision. I think myself and a lot of people would argue that he won that fight. Again, Carlos Hernandez not the best of the best, not the most elite fighter, but again, it's his ninth fight UFC debut, so not really gonna hold that against them. But Hyunsung Park, South Korean guy, 9-0, undefeated, had a lot of impressive wins, coming off of a absolute beatdown of Shannon Ross in his last fight, which was a long time ago, December of 2023. So he's been out for a while. Very good performance. Again, it's Shannon Ross. He's 13-8 at the time, now 13-9. So not the best fighter, but again, not the worst. So rear naked choked Sunguk Choi before that in his UFC debut, and then a couple finishes on the road to the UFC against pretty decent competition. His entire record's not terrible. You get back to the early days, but before that, pretty decent guys, and the guy's a finisher. He's very good fighter, very well rounded. The same with Nyamjargal Tumendemberel, more of a grappler, but he will get scrappy on the feet. Very tough dude, can push a pace. Like I said, I did pick him in the last fight just because I thought he had a lot of potential. I thought he would beat Carlos Hernandez, but I am gonna go with Park in this one. I just think he's got. I just think he's the better fighter overall. A lot of momentum right now. I am concerned about his lack of activity. Tumendemberel did fight back in November, so he's getting a real quick turnaround here, which I like to see with a young guy like him, only 26 years old. But I do think Park is the better fighter, more technical everywhere. I think he's got enough to get it done. I do worry about Tumendemberel, the pace he can push and just how gritty he is. I know he's got a whole country behind him. I had a lot of people rooting for him and responding to my comments when I one of my first videos I posted was for this card, and people were talking about him. So I do like Tumendemberel. I think he's a good fighter. I just don't think he gets this one done. I think both these guys have really bright futures. So can't say enough good things about both of them, but I just think Hyunsung Park is better everywhere. Tumendemberel, still a young guy, only 26. He's 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. Park 5'7" with a 66-inch reach, so he's gonna be going into this with a 5-inch reach disadvantage. I just think his striking is a little bit crisper than Tumendemberel. Tumendemberel just seems kind of more like a brawler. Really tries to mix it up, uses strikes to open up his grappling, and I just think Park's gonna be ready for that. And I think he'll take this one by decision. I don't see him finishing Tumendemberel just because he's so tough. And Tumendemberel, he has a lot of finishes on his side too, a lot of submissions, but I just think Park gets this one done. So let me know what you guys think. I think the odds are in Park's favor, minus 280 for Park, Tumendemberel plus 225. So gonna be 2 in a row losses for Tumendemberel. Hope they give him another shot, because I think he's got a lot of potential. He's fighting really good guys in the UFC off the rip, so no layups for him, but I think Park gets this one done. So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you watching.